Welcome to the Smack Happy Design Videocast, where we explore all things web and marketing. With your hosts, Nicole and Danielle.
Welcome to the Smack Happy Videocast, episode number 11. Today we have Cassidy Moore with us from the Body Gallery, and she is a Pilates instructor and advocate for just feeling good. Yeah. Welcome, Cassidy.
Hi.
Hello.
So tell us a little bit about yourself real quick before we get started.
A little bit about myself. So I'm a Pilates instructor, as you mentioned. I own a business called the Body Gallery in San Francisco. I love what I do. I don't know. I help people feel good. Like I said, I help people recovering from injury, from chronic pain. I help them basically build up their strength again and help them get their spark back for life again and just feel good. I love it. That's me.
Amazing. You're amazing.
Danielle.
Okay, I guess I will give my little 2 cents. I am Danielle, and I work with Smack Happy, and I've worked with Nicole and my awesome team for the last couple of years now, and I'm, learning new things every day, but I guess my specialties, or what I do most often, is doing my project management, social media, and just the content and the SEO and everything with a lot of the projects. So that kind of stuff is exciting. It's constantly changing. We were just talking about this before the podcast started, but yeah, I love working here. So that's my 2 cents.
And you're amazing.
Thanks. We're all amazing. Nicole's amazing. Tell us about your amazing self. Tell us about your amazing self, Nicole.
This is turning into the feel-good episode. I love it.
It is. It's the theme.
Mm-hmm.
It's our theme.
So I'm Nicole. I'm the owner of Smack Happy, which I've been running for about 10 years now. Although I've been coding and designing websites for 20 years. So I started back before the web was the huge thing that it is today. And I also love what I do. I'm having a lot of fun these days. It's pretty awesome. And I'll concur, you guys are awesome too. We're both really fun to work with. So kind of on that topic, let's start with how you got into your business. Where did this all come from, and why did you decide to start your own business?
Okay, so I was first introduced to Pilates when I was dancing. I was a modern dancer, and I injured myself dancing, and I rehabilitated and recovered from that through the modality of Pilates, and I loved it. And then I kind of, forgot about it, went back to dancing, and then later in life, I got pregnant, and I went back to Pilates to prepare for the birth of my girl, and I used Pilates to recover from the birth of my girl. And I realized how eclectic Pilates is, right? It can help in so many different ways. Not only is it a great fitness workout, but it's also this amazing recovery tool for different aspects, whether you're injured, from your sport you're doing, or like I said, recovering from my birth of, my daughter. And I fell in love with it. I was like, this is awesome. I can see myself doing this, after I'm done dancing. So that's sort of what I did, is as I transitioned from dancing and went into a new career, I went into Pilates. And I decided to start my own business when the woman I was working for relocated, and I had an opportunity to buy her business that I had been working at. And so I thought, yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to take this step. And that's how it happened.
Well, that's really exciting.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever learned about this before. This is all new to me. We've never really talked about this. So I had no idea that you were a dancer.
Oh, wow. You didn't know that?
No. I mean, I know you love dancing, but
yeah,
I didn't know that. Yeah.
It's in my blood, girl. It's in my blood.
Yeah.
I was a dancer too.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was. I don't think I share that a lot either with anybody. It seems like a past life that I just I forgot about. Life is so weird, but yeah, I still like dancing too. And we all got to experience that together when we all met in San Francisco, and we went to that awesome 80s night. And where was that? It was called, let me remember, like the cat club.
Yep, the cat club.
Yeah.
That's why I'm away from home.
Yeah. So that was fun. That was really fun. Are you a secret dancer, Nicole? Like, do you have a
No.
secret dancing background, or?
No, I was in ballet classes when I was like 3, and I'm just way too shy, so it didn't pan out for me. That's the extent of it. I do love dancing.
Yeah.
So in a way, I'm a secret dancer, but I never did any kind of professional dancing or anything like that.
As funny as it was, is all the things that I ever did in my life that had to be in front of people, like in front of public. Dancing was the only thing that I could do that I was comfortable doing in front of people. Like playing the instruments and stuff and like all the other things that I would do, like I could never do that in front of people. But dancing, I think, is good. And it's a fun way to just get everything out, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I love that I can express myself with every part of my being.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I feel very fortunate that I have that passion and I have that outlet.
Yeah.
You know, I can use my creativity in that way.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you see a lot, like, have you seen a lot of people who, like, with injuries that they got from dancing that have seen you, like,
Actually,
as an instructor?
Most of my injuries come from, well, CrossFit, a lot of CrossFit.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And a lot of actually injuries that don't occur from something specific, but
yeah,
that have been waiting to happen for a long time. And then something like they do some small movement and they're injured and they're like, I don't understand what happened. I was just getting out of bed, you know? And
yeah,
it's actually something that I've been building a long time in their body, you know, a muscular imbalance or compensation that they have been moving in a certain way for many, many years. And then it just, you know, it's kind of snaps one day.
I think that's happened to both Nicole and I. I remember you, Nicole, having some sort of, you had like was it a back injury thing? And then you weren't able to sit down, right? Or something, I can't remember.
Yeah, a couple years ago, I had a herniated disc.
Yeah, yeah. And mine was a muscle. I just bent over to pick something up, and it was like snap. And then I could barely walk, sit, move, lay down. I wasn't really sure what to do with myself. But I will tell you that, and this is sort of a plug for, I think, Cassidy and the Body Gallery. I felt lucky to have been working with you at that time because I did go through a lot of the videos and I did some research, like for myself, like what are some good things, you know, to do, and the videos helped. I've been doing my at-home Pilates. The Pilates places around here are so far away I can never get to them, and with my life and just how my life is, but I've been doing the videos, so thanks for that.
Yay, that's awesome. I love it. Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah,
that's what I want to do. I want to help.
Yeah. So back to kind of like the business stuff. As a business owner, what are some of the biggest challenges or struggles that you face?
Okay, so I think what comes to my mind most immediately is having to wear all the different hats. It's like I'm not just a Pilates instructor when I own a business, right? It's like I'm a Pilates instructor, and then I'm also the manager of the business. I'm also trying to be the growth coordinator, and you know, like basically like all those different hats, and that's doesn't realistically seem, you know, humanly possible. So it's, you know, it's like I don't want to do that all on my own. It's, you know, and nor are my skill sets in all those different areas. You know, I'm an expert at my craft, which is being a Pilates instructor. And that's about as far as my expertise goes. The rest of this stuff is not, it's not what I do. And I find it very challenging to wear all those hats in fields that I am not an expert in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're not alone in that. I think a lot of small business owners kind of have some of those same struggles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For sure.
I think we experience that a lot, like just with Smack Happy, and over the last couple of years, like that for me personally, like I've seen trying to do everything yourself too is just, I think there are some people out there that are really good at this, and they're really far and few, but they still also have teams of people who help them carry out the things that they want to do. Even if they do play those roles, or they do wear those hats, there's always a team behind you. So I for me, relying like on our team for things that where maybe before this job, I was trying to be like, wear all these hats and be all these people and be experts and everything. It's like, when you allow yourself to just be the expert in what you do, and like, you provide your mission, your what you want to do with the business, and you get like-minded people around you, it's so much easier to kind of, do what you have to do and be successful at it. So, yeah, it's definitely something that I've seen, at least for me, over the last couple of years. And Nicole's helped a lot with that. Guiding us to figure out how to rely on each other rather than ourselves, and all the time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that kind of brings me around to like working with us, because we're kind of helping take some of the marketing pieces off of your shoulders, right?
Yes.
So tell me a little about like some of the difficulties around that before working with us, and how we've maybe eased some of the burden.
Marketing is, for me, is one of the biggest challenges because I'm shy about talking about myself. I'm not, I'm not I'm not a salesperson for myself, and actually I'm not really a very good salesperson in general. So, it put a lot of pressure on me when I felt like I had to do that for myself. And it took a lot of joy away from my craft and what I want to do, because as a business owner, I'm wearing all of these hats. And it was hard for me to separate what's the right word? The stress and anxiety of promoting myself, separating that from when I'm doing my craft and doing my work. It's like, it's, as a business owner, it's all the hats kind of, they sometimes start kind of integrating into each other. Does that make sense, what I'm saying? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
good.
Yeah.
So when, Smack Happy started taking over my marketing, the room and space that I got in my mindset was such a huge relief. And like, I was able to have that much more energy to hone in on my craft and hone in on what I love to do, and I love to work with my clients. I love to, build on my future and think about what my, goals and dreams are, what what projects I want to do next. So I have so much more energy to do that now. And I have that space and that room for that joy of, loving what I do and finding inspiration and feeling that motivation and that drive, instead of stressing and having anxiety about how I'm going to grow my business, or how I'm going to find the next client, or how I'm going to talk about myself, or, the right words to use. Like, I can't even begin to even, like, I don't know, there's so many elements of marketing, it's a very complex skill. that takes a lot of, education that I don't have, and I'm so thankful for you guys that you're doing it. Okay. It's so amazing how much more inspiration and joy I feel about my craft now. And working with you has given me, ideas and inspirations for what I want to do next. So that's amazing. That's just a huge gift. So yes, I'm like, I can breathe. It feels really good. It feels really good. I'm very thankful. Very thankful. Thank you.
That is fantastic. And that is exactly why we started offering like the ongoing work that we do now.
Mm-hmm.
For that exact reason. Like, we want to be able to give small business owners like you more time back. And like you said, the space in your brain to like do more of what you love.
Yeah. I think we definitely, we said this was the theme, but we definitely want people to feel good, right? And I think that helps. I think that, just like how you described, I mean, we have, and I'm thinking of like, from the marketing perspective that we, like the effort that we put into like trying to tell people this is like the perfect example. And, this is exactly what we want to happen. It's just, you're able to feel better about what you're doing and, have that sense of relief that you can have that focus to do what you love to do versus what you feel like you have to do. And, we love to do this stuff. So, you're making us happy and the other side of things, and, we get to do our little creative things and you get to do your creative things and it all works out. I mean,
I know. I love it. It's so great.
Yeah. Comes full circle for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what kind of goals do you have for 2018?
I definitely am, as you know, because you're working with me, I want to get my video subscription going. I want it off the ground and running. I am in love with the idea. I feel very passionate about it and I eagerly work on it and it doesn't feel like work. So I definitely feel like I'm in alignment with myself and what I want to be doing because I'm enjoying the process. And that's my major, goal for 2018 is to get that and to be able to go to Burning Man for 3 weeks. So those are like, 2018. Yeah.
Nice.
I think that's something though that, I think Nicole was hoping for too, like a couple of years ago was like, she likes to travel and everything. And a part of growing the business just in general was to think like, I'd really like to take the time away without having to worry about what's going on while I'm trying to enjoy myself doing what I want to do. Mm-hmm. And that's definitely a perk of, again, having the team and having people on your side to help you carry out the things that you want to do so you can go enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, on a very basic level, we all have to go on vacation at some point. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's, as small business owners, I don't get the PTO, right? It's like,
right.
Yes, it's true. I can go at any time and no one's going to tell me you can't.
Right.
I can create my, own hours and, all of that stuff. Yes. But, I definitely want to prepare and set that up, so that when I do go, oh, I got mail. Did you hear that?
Yeah. It's okay.
So that, I, like you said, I can just go and be in the moment there, right? When I'm away, when I'm on vacation, I can just be there and be in that moment and know that I have that team working and helping me, stay present in my business, even though physically I'm somewhere else, So.
Yeah, I think that's one of a common misconception from maybe people on the outside who are thinking about, starting a business. You have to find that balance. But sometimes I think people get the impression that, the people that work from home or, you know, the people that work remotely, or the people that, you know, have kind of like a cool, like, to me, I look at your business, I'm like, I would love to be a Pilates instructor. It just looks so cool. And like, I would love to just make people feel good like that. And it's, you're in it while you're doing it. And I don't know, just from an outside point of view, like, you're constantly working, like you're constantly there. You're constantly thinking about what your next step is. And, you know, it's not a 7-day-a-week vacation, you know, most of the time. And, you know, I have people say to me, they're like, oh, I would love to work from home, because then I wouldn't have to, you know, be stressed out, and then I wouldn't have to do this. And I'm like, well, I mean, there's luxuries of being at home, but I have to say that I'm probably one of the most stressed people you'll ever meet in your life. You know, so it's finding that balance, and you know, just making the decisions as like a business owner. I think we have another podcast we kind of talk about that in too, but just a thought, finding balance. I think that was the point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you know, having a healthy work-life balance is just extremely important, and it's an interesting topic for this particular video cast, because Cassidy, you're also helping other people with like their work-life balance, right?
Mm-hmm.
By, you know, helping them with, you know, a physical part of their life, like you know, the better they feel in their bodies, the better they're going to feel in their minds as they, you know, continue to work.
Mm-hmm.
So it's interesting, because this also brings it back around to like you dancing, which is like your work-life balance.
Right? Yeah.
You need to do that for your soul to like feel good and carry on, right?
Yes, absolutely. It's my church.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that kind of thing. It's like, it's, you know, yeah. And that's what I love to do for my clients, right? I love to get them back into their lifestyle that helps them feel most alive. You know, it's like, that's right. It's like when you're doing the things that you love to do, and you're just feeling that juice of life, you know, that's what is, you know, that's what we're here for, whatever that is for each person. You know, we all have a different idea of what makes us feel most alive, but that, you know, what I want to help people do is like, you know, and you are an integral part of that for me, helping, you know. So Danielle, you were saying, you know, oh, I wish I was, you know, Pilates instructor, helping people feel good. And I'm like, girlfriend, you are helping me feel good. Let me tell you. Right? You know, it's like there's many different ways that we can help people feel good. You know what I mean? And you are an integral part of helping me feel good. So thank you.
Well, I'm glad that we can help each other, for sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So what else? What are some of the other, are there any other things about being a small business owner that you think you might want to share that would help some of our listeners?
What can help? You know, get a team, you know, get people around you that are going to support you, encourage you, bring out the best in you. Hire, you know, professionals to do the things that you don't love to do as a business owner. Invest in that, and remember that that's an investment you're making towards your future. And I would say, you know, don't think about scarcity, right? Don't think about like, oh, I don't have the money to hire the team that I want to do this. It's like, yes, make it happen, do it, you know, because the more time that, you know, as a business owner that you have feeling really good and inspired and energetic about what you're doing, the better your vision and your future will be as that business owner. And, you know, the more time you're spending stressing about the things you don't want to do, you don't like to do, then the more that's going to happen for you, right? It's like, so get a team around you that believes in you and encourages you and supports you. You know, not only business professionals, but your friends and your, you know, like your loved ones around you. It's like, surround yourself with people that are going to encourage you, support you, be your advocate. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. And
For
like,
sure.
and say bye to the people who are not, because they're going to bring you down. And, you know, as a business owner, you don't want that.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
what that's
I think that's probably good general advice for like anything in life. Just stick around the people who are gonna really, you know, it's that symbiotic relationship. You want to help them, they want to help you, and it's just life is so much better with those types of people in that. And it could be animals too, because I know we're you know, Nicole and I and a lot of people that we know, we all are like animal lovers one way or the other. And
I have 3 cats.
yes. And, you know, surround yourself with those furry little things, or maybe the scaly little things, whatever kind of animals you like. But
Mhm.
um,
I thought
that is
you
definitely a part of it.
I thought you were adding on to the animals also being like positive or negative influence.
Oh, yeah, they are.
Because
For
I
sure.
have met dogs that are assholes.
Yeah.
It does happen.
Yes.
I thought that's
It
where
does.
you were going, but clearly that wasn't where you were going.
No. It has something to do with it. I think I always think things in the way I say them. I'm better at writing things than speaking things. So yeah, you got the gist, I think, of what I was saying. But yeah, and I think an important thing for people to think about, you know, through what you said, Cassidy, is, you know, I always like to say, through the things that we write as a business through Smack Happy, you know, there's a lot of people who are intimidated by budget, who really don't have budget, or they're just either figuring things out, they're overwhelmed by what's happening, and they're like, I don't even know how to hire a company, or like what to even say. The thing is I know there's more people out there that are like us, but you know, speaking from experience, like, we just want to talk to you. You know what I mean? Like, we aren't going to say, oh, hey, to give you some advice, you know, you need to pay us $5 a minute or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I think a lot of people are so scared of these like older sort of marketing companies that have jaded people over the years that, you know, are very transactional and don't care about your business and don't care about what you do. But, you know, finding, you know, also surrounding yourself with people, business people who you are investing, you know, your money in for your company is make sure you find a company that actually really cares about each other, cares about the business that they work on, and they care about you and what you have to say. And there's so much, I mean, so much positivity, I think, comes from that, and a lot of understanding, you know, with the person that you're hiring is so key to like making the right decisions.
Or just making sure that your values are in line with their values.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Yeah, because then that makes the process even more joyful, right?
Mhm.
It's like it's you know, it's joyful and fun for me to work with you guys,
Yeah.
right? Because our values are in alignment. We, you know, it's like I know you care about me and my business, you know, and it makes it a joy, and it's inspirational to work with you, which, you know, just keeps that mojo going, that good mojo going.
Yeah.
So, I definitely hear what you're saying.
Good.
Yeah.
Yay. We are effective.
Absolutely.
So I have one last fun question for you.
Fun.
So what's your favorite 80s music artist or group, and why?
80s, is this like totally geared towards me or what? Very,
No, you know, I thought
this is a very specific Cassidy question.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so that's not an easy answer. I'm gonna go with Susie and the Banshees. So I love Susie because she's got a strong voice, she's got good range, and the music is dynamic, and it's outside of the box thinking, and it's a little bit on the dark side, which, you know, I have a little bit of a dark side. And she's just strong in her character and, you know, what she presents, you know, as an artist. And so, you know, that's good. Those are all good things. And she's really fun to dance to. So that's important for me. Yeah, I'm going to go with Susie. She gets the rock star award.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite song from her?
Monitor. Definitely Monitor. Love that song. Like, that's one of those songs, like if I hear it at the club, you know, and I'm in the middle of a conversation, like I don't even say I gotta go. It's like I'm just gone. She's gone. She's gone. There she goes on the dance floor. Yeah, I love it when I hear that song. Definitely my favorite one.
Okay.
Yeah. That's that.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you so much for inviting me. I appreciate it. I had fun. It was really good chatting with you girls.
Yeah.
I agree.
So let us know, how can people come and see you? Where are you at?
I'm in San Francisco. Check out thebodygallery.com. You can, you know, if you're in the city or if you work in the city, I'm easily accessible by Barton Muni in downtown San Francisco. So that's very convenient for people. I also have a lot of videos on my blog that Danielle mentioned earlier. So you know, you're always welcome to check that out and kind of see my teaching style and how I like to educate my people that I work with.
Mm-hmm. And there's a subscription coming down the pipeline.
Oh my God.
If you're interested in that, then you should sign up to the newsletter so that you can find out when that's released and check it out.
Oh yeah. Thanks, Nicole. Absolutely.
Yeah.
From the newsletter standpoint too, you get that bi-weekly kind of update of the new things that you have to share just in general, mostly videos and you know, positive things that happen in your company and positive stories, I think, from the clients that you've seen. And it's nice to see. It's a very positive newsletter. And I think that that's even just nice to see for people who are thinking about even doing Pilates or, you know, bettering their health in some way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's, you know, that's how I am. That's, you know, how I am when you work with me. I'm definitely, you know, about helping my clients find their, you know, inner strength and their personal spirit. And it's like, that's something that comes through, like, you know, I don't know, cheerleading for lack of a better word, you know, it's just like, I'm a real, like, we can do this. We can do this. Let's do this. We're a team. We're going to do this together. You know, let's like keep our spirits soaring. I'm definitely, you know, when you're working with me, that's the kind of vibe it is. Yeah, definitely. Awesome. Like on the upside of things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining the Smack Happy video cast, where we explore all things web and marketing for small businesses.
Until next time, everybody. See you later.
Bye, guys. Thanks again.
Bye.
Ciao.
Thank you for listening to the Smack Happy Design videocast. For more information and downloads, visit smackhappy.com/videocast, where you'll find more episodes and the opportunity to subscribe on YouTube or iTunes. You can also sign up for our newsletter delivered to your inbox monthly. And if you enjoyed this episode, please share it with your friends and colleagues. Again, that's smackhappy.com/videocast. See you next time.